President Paul Kagame has urged all Rwandans to be people of integrity and stand firm in their resolve never to let themselves repeat the mistakes of the past. The president made the appeal as the country marked 29 years since the end of the liberation struggle. We have more from the story.
While speaking to the Rwanda Broadcasting Agency, His Excellency Paul Kagame noted that even though it has been almost 3 decades since one aspect of the liberation struggle ended, the journey is far from over. That war eventually ended, but it claimed the lives of many Rwandans in the process. What matters now and what a person can urge Rwandans to do is to listen to wise counsel and be hardworking, learn from our history, and understand that what happened was not fit for us as Rwandans. We should be united, working hard to build our country and develop just like other countries we see around the world. We should be well off and live comfortably, not constantly waiting for handouts and bickering among ourselves, as I said. All that is done and achieved by people. It is not a gift of God or derived in any other way that does not require effort on our part. People must be willing to put in the work. The president also explained why on more than one occasion he has said that he has a debt he is yet to pay back to Rwandans. When I say such things, I mean all leaders in general that I serve with. But I also mean us as Rwandans as a whole, and the fact that we owe this to ourselves as a people. No one will give us what we need without us making the effort to get it. That debt, therefore, has to do with us achieving what we need to. When I say that, my intention is for people to increase their effort and push harder towards our goals, because there is a lot that should be done that is not, and yet we have the capability to get it done. Sometimes negligence is at play, other times people are just doing what they should not. There are always many factors at play. I believe, therefore, the debt has to do with resolving such matters, and I say that as a leader, while at the same time urging others so that those who do good far exceed those who do not, so that we may pick up our speed in our quest. Many of the problems Rwanda continue to struggle with in recent years, however, tend to come from far beyond her borders. Things like the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine. But yet again, the head of state pointed out that if the country is vulnerable to such things, it is because Rwandans themselves have not yet been able to protect it from them. Prices go up because demand is not being adequately met. Take maize, for example. When farmers do not grow enough, then maize cobs must be imported, and that drives the price up. However, if we all work together to increase local production, the government playing its part to increase investment, with the private sector and local residents also playing their part to increase harvests, then something can be done. The effort cannot be one-sided. The president was also asked about the sports sector that has continued to see a somewhat dismal performance despite the country investing heavily in the proper infrastructure, and this is what he had to say. They are busy going into things like witchcraft and giving bribes, wasting half of the energy and resources they should be using to get actual tangible results. We cannot make progress as a nation like that. It must stop. I hear of such things from afar, but now I am going to rise up and deal with such people. And they know they cannot win in such a confrontation if they continue on that path. Such bad habits only lead to defeat. The 29th liberation anniversary of Rwanda comes as the RPF Inkotanyi party that led that liberation struggle and has continued to drive Rwanda's transformation over the decades is celebrating its 35th anniversary and has re-elected President Paul Kagame to continue leading it.